G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD, and we're still transitioning to a gigabase and we're still playing with the smart smelters because I realised this one I tweaked and this was the default one. Then all of them I moved the copper on this lane, on this side to that lane. But that meant all the copper, and you can see it here, all the copper's coming out on one side. So I really need to do this across the top. And I'm starting to feel like my smart smelter's not that smart, but I keep having to tweak it. So, we're going to come... map view. We're going to go like that, like that. Like that, like that. You know what? Actually, we're just going to filter blue belt. And we're going to go cut straight across, cut straight across. I'm going to get this, I'm going to pop that in everywhere. Thanks to autosave. You meant to happen between episodes. So this should force all the copper as it comes down onto the left hand side of this lane and the right hand side of this lane. So when it comes out, it should be on both sides. That's looking a little bit... it's about the same. It's about the same. But that's a lot of that's just how the copper's falling. But at least now it's on both sides, more often than not. Now, next thing I want to do... Nope, wrong one. Is I want to put a splitter in there, and I want to preference the right hand side, which is this group here. So the idea is I want all the copper possible to go to this green circuit build rather than that green circuit build, because that one is also fed from our main bus, which is perfectly fine at this stage. It's got no signs of slowing down. Then I want to go from there to there. Bring you out one and do the exact same thing. So I want to make sure this belt and this belt have a majority of the copper on it, and the excess, and only the excess, goes out to the left. Now I could do a weird lane balancer right here, and yes, you can now do them perfectly fine because side loading works again. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? That's the question. Do I have room? That's probably a better question. Okay, you come that way, you come that way, you come that way, you go that way. There's no way that has room. Not there, at least. I'd have to move that one up. Okay. There. Output right. Maybe that'll get me a little bit more, because the idea is I want this one to run from this one, and this one can run from whatever's left up here. Because this one does have two very, very dedicated iron belts, whereas this is sharing iron all the way up the bus. So, yeah. Okay. So that was the first step. The second step is I was finally going to do steel because it's quick, and you might have already seen the problem. Some of these have started running out of fuel, which means first things first. if in doubt, make more. I'd say double it, but we're not actually doubling it. Does that roboport need to be there? It needs to be close, but it doesn't actually need to be there, I don't believe. Blue belt. Because I have blue belt on me. There and there. Now the mining productivity start. The next one. Now that I've done that, let's request some of these guys. Like all these guys. Really? Oh, just request more. You fit 40 in the box, so request all 40. Come on, where are those speed modules? They're coming from the exact opposite end of the base. That's the problem. Actually, research. That's 2,700. That's 1,000. Let's do that. Let's make those bots go faster. We're not using them a great deal yet. But we will. Right, whilst I wait, let's kink this out. Deconstruct. Yay, just what I wanted. Lots of explosives in my inventory. And then I'll get hit by a train. That's about my luck. Okay, put those... What's that? You know what? We can get rid of you. Entirely. We can even do... that. And do that. That's a better answer. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's input. Okay. That requires a rethink. There to there. There to there. Hello, spaghetti. Not that we really need landmines anymore. Actually, you know what? We don't need landmines anymore. I'm going to cut off production to landmines. Okay, that. Alright, no more landmine production. Speed module, speed beacons in there. We're going to speed up these guys because why not? And I'm even going to hedge my bets and shove what speed beacons I can in there. Crafting speed of 3 plus. So 60-second craft down to much less, I hope. Okay, upgrade planner. No, I do not need these. I will hold on to the productivity module ones bar. Okay, upgrade planner. So we're just trying to increase our steel production where we can. Insufficient items. You know what? Just hold down shift. To that belt, to that belt. I do not need to do this one, which is fuel. That doesn't need to be sped up at all. I don't need to do output either. Output is perfectly fine at yellow belt speed. But if I can get all the inputs sped up... Yeah, what are we complaining about now? There's too much shit in your inventory, JD. Way too much shit in your inventory. Get that one done, that one done, that one done. That's all blue belt already. That's obviously not blue belt. So that is blue belt. I think that'll do us. You know, we've got 0 construction bots available, which is always a good sign. And every single one of my bots is flat out. Let's wander up towards storage, hey? Make everything and master storage. Come, bots! Empty me! I'd really like to put this back in my inventory, please. That could go straight in there. Unfortunately, it's all getting replaced with red belt, but red belt should be more than fast enough. And it's just taking a long time for all the bots to get out here and do it. Is it all in construction range? It is. Of course, there's a beacon without power. 2 beacons without power. That's a little bit faster. Clear my inventory again, because this is my favorite pastime. Okay. Oh, here's my army of bots. Yep, you guys are all mine. You're coming towards me. Is that everybody? Looks like it. Okay, so our next step is this iron we don't need anymore. This belt here, which does take rocket fuel. No, nuclear fuel now. That part we do need. So we're going to scrap... We're going to scrap indiscriminately, and then we're going to try and clean it up after the fact. Let's go from there to there, and we're just going to scrap everything across there. Come on, construction bots, you've got some jobs to do. Hello, alarm. Shut up. It only ever happens when it's underneath my microphone. Okay, you can have power, because that's probably important. You can have power. Don't spend too long running on the train tracks, JD. Really don't. That's a lot of rubbish in my inventory. Okay, so we're going to dump those in there. That's a good start. You're out of power. Oh, the whole southern side of the base is out of power. We did well. Power pole. Power pole. Power pole. Come on. As long as I can put rocket fuel in there. It's one more bot that gets to land and go do something else. Whoops. Give me those back. Where the hell did they go? That's really not going to work with the full inventory. Deconstruct. Done. We'll replace it with some blue belt. It could be hiding in any one of these splitters. Alright, we'll just assume that I got it all. It's probably wrong, but... okay, so we've auto-trashed most of it. I'm going to remove that power pole. I'm going to take it through this gap because it looks like a good spot for power poles to live. Okay. Nope. You're out of power. Oh no, you're out of logi range. Well, we're just waiting on that one to recharge. Okay. So, let's clear that one, those two. Let's clear that out, Clear all of this shit. Can all go away. Now we've got 8 unloading through an 8 balancer down to 6 belts. Yep, 6 belts. And we have 6 belts over on this side. Let's go over on this side and clean these guys up whilst we're here. Oh shit, what's that? That's fuel. Okay, so we need to connect up that fuel belt before we go too much further. Otherwise that will come back and haunt us. Okay, so fuel from here. First off, let's make you blue belt. Let's take you all the way around the outside. Turn. We're going to go belt that one that way. I'm going to take you into there. And the last little tiny bit that's left, we will take up to here. Okay, rocket fuel fixed. Clear area. Potentially 6 belts here. Yeah, that's still connected. Okay, so potentially 6 belts here onto the bus. And at the same time, we have a 6 belt unloader here. So the question is, do we upgrade this and start doing iron plate unloading? So then we'll do on-site smelting. So we'll come out to, hell, iron blah blah, 26,000. 29,000 rather. Here we go, this one. 125,000. We could dump a smelter down here, dump a second train station, and start bringing iron pre-processed plate down here into this train station. I think that's what we're actually going to do. So we're going to grab our upgrade planner and we're going to say all of that. Make it blue. I'm going to finish clearing out my inventory. Without that one. I'm going to run that belt up. I'm going to join it onto this belt here. Okay, put that one in. Put that one in. That one. That one. Now, I know somebody's going to ask me, because this is the first time well, this is one of those times I'm actually laying a lot of belt en masse. And they're going to ask me, JD, why are you holding down shift and having the bots do it? And the answer is, the answer's a few answers. One, it means that I don't get stuck with the silly fast replace crap. 2, it means I'm actually assigning them out to the network as well. So a lot of this belt will actually get put down by the base rather than by my inventory. As you can see, that's the part I could reach, so that's the part that was done. All this is currently assigned to the base. Hopefully, providing the base actually has blue belt. the base has no blue belt. And I don't have much either. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Run up a bit further. Boom. So that all came from my inventory. Base is out of blue belt, funnily enough. Okay. And then we're going to... Crap, I'm really out of blue belt. Alright, I'm going to upgrade plan out all of that. With that. With that. With that. I do not need that. No, I don't. That can be 2 straight blue belts. If I actually had some blue belt on me, which I don't. Let's get some blue belt. And we'll just mark it down. So that way the base knows to do it. Whilst we're at it, we'll take our upgrade planner again. And we will replace, thanks autosave, that part as well. So, now we just need a smelter. A smelter and a train. And a train station. Okay. And we don't need a layup. Alright, let's go find some smelters. Nope, not that science, not that science, not that science. Nope, not that science. That science! You're making smelters... Which are not boxed up? Really? Oh, hang on. They're on the bus. They are boxed up. How many smelters do we need? We need... Well, this was enough for 8 lanes. There's 104 smelters. So let's take 100. 100. So that means we'd need 200 productivity modules. Actually, let's just go here. Have a quick gander at this. This is 250 beacons. So that's 500 speed modules. I don't think we have this much in the base. But, one thing at a time. And blue circuits are dead. Blue circuits are dead because we are just using them that fast. But, green circuits are backed up at this point. Which importantly means I can come over here. And this is why we can't have any nice things in the base, like excess modules. And do that. Yeah. So... Oh, that's still red belt. It's probably fine at the moment because I don't have any blue belt. So you're a green circuit, you're a green circuit, you're a red. How much are you using it of? Nothing. So we're going to underground from there to there. We're going to pop that in there. So that's red belt. Red circuits, rather. Wrong one. That's output. So we just need 2 green circuit inputs. One here. Oh, yeah, sure. Line that up, JD. There-ish. think. I hope. Blue belt from there to there to there. Nope, you can't spin that far. Of course not. Stupid Roboport. One green circuit hookup. Second green circuit will be exactly end to end. Right where that's in the way. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Get it out of my way. It still technically works. There to there to there to there. Sure, let's stretch as far as we can. Nope. Just. It's going the wrong way. And that's our second green circuit in. So, at this point, we're actually pulling 4 belts of green circuits off a bus that only has 4 belts of green circuits. Yeah, we have got a problem. We also have a complete lack of productivity modules and speed modules. But in theory, 1 minute. Where the hell's blue circuits? There we go. 1 minute. In theory, we've increased it. Come on, go higher, go higher, go higher, go higher. We can turn that off now. Yeah, we have increased it. Yeah, sure, we're chewing more green circuits than ever before. But this bus is currently 4 belts of blue, 4 belts of blue belt. So we can always, on either side of it, add an extra belt. Do we need a 4-way balancer on this? Technically we do. Because this is bringing it all into the center belts. If the center belts back up... No, if the center belts back up, it should force onto the other belts. Yeah. So no, we don't technically need a balancer. It is a balancer. And then we've got another balancer here anyway. Okay. So, where does that leave us? That leaves us either adding more green circuits after we go do smelting. Now, smelting, we're going to be short on modules and all sorts of crap. Because we're short on blue circuits, which I can't fix that magically. Not unless I have a heap in storage. Do I have a heap in storage? Processing units, 2.3k. Yeah, we've got just a few in storage. Because obviously I never ever set up recycling for them. That might have been a little bit of an oversight. So, let's request in blue chips, 300. And we're actually in a dead zone? We are actually in a dead zone. Let's just dump a Roboport right there. 300 are being delivered. That'll solve some of the problems. Alright. We're at 25 minutes. I'm gonna leave this episode here. Just to get just a few more modules made, maybe. Probably not, to be honest. But we'll probably start the next episode up near Iron 7. And I might request a few Logibots whilst I'm standing around doing nothing. Yep. 1.7, 1.2. This has got 31,000. This has got 126,000. 126,000 wins. So, yeah, we will come back next episode and we will start up, setting up a That's 27,000. 2.7. That's 2,000. Let's go for that one. We're going to set up a train station up here to bring back plate. And we're going to rename that to iron plate unload. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. The base is slowly getting there still. We are really trying to peak out this base before we move across. Which is... It's what we've been doing for a while. It's what we're going to have to keep doing for a while. I honestly expect another 10 episodes of just trying to push this base to its limits. And slowly move things off-site. And iron's going to be the first one we move off-site. Because look at that bus. That's a pretty dead bus. At the best of times. Doesn't help that half this is missing. Because we just can't make blue belt fast enough. Because we don't have nearly enough iron coming in. Yeah, iron is the problem with iron. So, as always, thoughts, comments, suggestions, and call me an idiot for running everything on nuclear fuel down in the comments section below. But on the bright side, once one of these things gets nuclear fuel in it, I can't see them running out of fuel anytime soon. You know, and we still have a heap of... Well, actually, some of those... This guy. Let's go check him out. I want to see how slow this doesn't burn, because I'm willing to bet it's going to be so slow that it shows no usage whatsoever. And there goes the last of my... Well, actually, no. Yes. There we go. On the upside, you know, they only put one of them in, so they don't stack in like 5 and have 5 in each one of these. But yeah, like I said, after the nuclear fuel gets on that belt, you're never, ever going to see it move. Yeah, that's an insane, like, that's a lot of megajoules worth of power. But that's 1.21 gigajoules. That's insane. Anyway, that's sort of how we play. So, as always, I'm going to really end it this time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, bye!